Hi, my name is Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play. We are playing The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask and recording it all on VHS. Why am I trying to open this door the normal way? I know that I need to ground pound instead. So, hey, last time I was trying to do some things and be fancy, and it didn't work out, and now I think I've made everything terrible, so that's fine. Dang. So anyway, I was trying to set things up so that this could be done real easily in our first attempt on this thing, but that's not going to work out. So, well, hey, now we have to actually search for stuff. There is a setup for... There's a couple of setups to find the thing, what is the MacGuffin, hidden in these breakable spinning jars. And I had set it up to mark which one was which, and then I totally just missed my shot because, you know, can't be good at video games. That would be illegal. Being good at video games on a Let's Play? Stop! You violated the law! Man, Oblivion was a good time. So anyway, last time we learned ourselves to go on Lullaby, put the crying kid to sleep. We now should head off towards Snowhead, I guess, but on the way there we need to stop and get... I was off by one at some point. We need to stop and get ourselves... this sure does look like a giant hunk of meat, but it's made of rock. We need to stop by the smith and get our sword back. A sword that we're going to try not to use any more than 99 times in the next while or so. Do I want to slow down time? I really should. For the things what I am trying to set up. So, tell you what, we will in fact slow down time, and that's just going to be nice, I guess. Alright. So anyway, we met a Goron who was freezing and starving, and this sure does look like a giant hunk of meat but rock, and he did want one, you know, he wanted a last meal, so we can at least provide him that on our way up to Snowhead, / getting our sword back. I'm just trying to plot out everything, what's going to happen here. So, well, hey, here you go. Have some meat. Rock. That's it? It's so good I dream about it. Dongo Cavern's finest quality rock sirloin. Well, this is my absolute favorite. Blessed be this meal. Oh, my energy has returned to me. I am coming down now. Wait one moment. He made it. Oh, I wondered who it might be. Why, if it isn't Darmani, you're alive. Oh yes, I see. That is the reason why you knew my favorite food. Oh, I almost forgot. Please accept this token of gratitude. You got Don Gero's mask. It looks just like Don Gero, conductor of the Frog Choir. It was crafted so well that no one would ever think twice of you to direct the Frog Choir. I hope that spring will come soon so that I can hear the frog's enthusiastic performance. Oh, whoop as I might, it's still cold. I'm going back to the Goron village. Slipping a little bit too close to Deckard Cain with the Goron voices. Stay a while and listen. Anyway, so, sword. I kept you waiting, but it's done, see? Your Kukiri sword has been strengthened and forged into a razor sword. By taking metal out and sharpening one side, and also if you use it 100 times, it will revert to the Kukiri sword. Don't worry, it's magic. This new sharper blade is cut above the rest. Use it up to 100 times without dueling, without dulling its superior edge. Now keep in mind, if after you've used this blade 100 times, the blade will lose its edge and will return to its original sharpness. Now here's the secret. If you bring me gold dust before the sword loses its edge, I'll be able to make it the strongest sword around. Now you got that? Gold dust. Wooga! Put a pin in that. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and slow down time now because, reasons. Alright, well, we're Goron now, so theoretically we can Goron jump and get ourselves up to Snowhead. And that's why I said theoretically. Sure could use some magic. There we go. Also, a pillar sure is mysterious with a piece of heart. The bridge only gets us so far, though. So how might we be able to get that? This way to Snowhead Temple. Please contact the Goron Elder if you have any information on the whereabouts of the temple guard. Sure is a, you know, mysterious looking set of snowballs. You got a red ruby. It's worth 20. That's pretty nice. Snowhead. Snowhead Temple, high winds ahead. Gusts and snow flurries may blow careless travelers off cliffs. And also Goron heroes who are in fact now dead and you wear their face. Monsters. So yeah, this is, this took a while for me to get figured out as a kid. Just the whole, like, hey, what do you do here? Like, you get up here, and we've got, of course, like, we can just walk, and we're getting pushed back. What's that? There's something in the middle of the blizzard. Can't you see it? And of course, that's your hint to actually, you know, turn this thing on and not be a dumb kid. But if you're a dumb kid, then you can be like, well, actually, I can Goron roll pretty good against the wind, but then you hit a certain point, it's just like, well, no, this is not going to work. So Tattle there is supposed to clue you in on the whole, hey, there's a giant Goron, and luckily we know a way to just, you know, take Gorons out of commission. Alright, so, onward. into Snowhead. I'm not doing so this whole this little tiny thin bridge and all of the ramp and everything, I have done this successfully like once ever, and it was like the first time I played the game. That was the only time I was ever able to pull off this. And it's annoying as heck because every time you hack it up, you just have to go back to the owl. It's a big old nuisance. And more often than not, and that is to say every time except for the first time I ever did, oh come on. Every time except for the first time I ever did this, I've not been able to just Goron roll the entire way there. It felt so cool doing it that first time, but like, man, I just have never been able to do it again. And like, it doesn't help, there's like a little ledge right here in this ramp where it starts tilting outward and like going over that little bump. It always... Oh, it just feels bad. you just get like the tiniest amount of air, and that is enough to just send you flying off of the cliff. Welcome to Snowhead Temple.
This is kind of big. It's gonna take more than average strength to move this thing.
Yeah, I mean, good thing we're Goron. It's interesting that they even have that in there, because, like, you have to have Goron to get this far. There's no way you can get in here without Goron stuff. Alright, it's now time for me to remember how to do this dungeon, like, for real. The randomizer settings that I've been playing with lately have all of the keys turned off. So like that lock on the right-hand door is just like, oh right, that's locked. Tell me what you have to say.
In slippery places like this, you can curl up as a Goron and roll your way across. Why don't you try it?
Okay. Made it. However, we are in a dungeon now, which means it's time to hunt for fairies. There are definitely fairies in here. Right. I forgot I don't want to use my sword all that much, so we're going to try to avoid using our sword as best we can. Really? I thought I did something to him. Guess not. It does work on bubbles, though. And yet, there's still one more in here. He's down here. And this, I always find, is kind of a mean trick. Because it's like, but what is my arrow hitting? What is it getting stuck on? As it turns out, we're still in the don't trust our eyes segment of the game, so we don't necessarily need the lens of truth, but there's only one actual opening that's actually an opening. Come on, come on, come here, come here. Alright, that's it for fairies in this room. So, this is a fun thing about... It's a fun thing about Goron. It's like, okay, cool, I'm on this side of the room, but there's all this lava, what am I going to do? Goron does not care about lava. And that's, like, there's I don't remember if they tell you that anywhere or if that is just kind of a left for you to figure out, because you can run through it and take fire damage over time. And the fun thing is, my start button like pausing twice? If you try that as a Deku, you just catch flames and void out. Alright, so all of those camera movements are trying to emphasize, hey, there's this central pillar here. You're probably going to be using that to some degree. We've got frozen doors, some more frozen doors, some stairs, the way we came, and this room. Small key, excellent. Goron can almost make that jump, all on his own. And the Goron pushing speed feels real bad because I think it's just the same as Link's normal pushing speed. But it's just like because he's so much taller, he's so much larger, it feels like he's really struggling. Whereas Kid Link pushing stuff seems fine. So, can't do that. However, we can do this. Now, unfortunately, there's no torches in the way here that we could, you know, fire at these things over here to open that way, those ways. I believe these stairs just go down? Yeah. So I think this switch here is where you would actually, like, for real, learn, like, without a doubt, you would learn that Goron doesn't take damage in fire. Because, like, if you come over and stand on the switch as regular Link, I don't think he's heavy enough to wait on the switch, so you have to switch over to Goron, and then once Goron presses the switch in, then at that point, the switch goes down, and you're left just standing in the lava. But as you, like, pop out of that, Goron will be like, oh, I'm just standing here. And not actually, you know, taking damage or anything. So you would have that brief moment of, like, oh, this is where I get to, like, I don't take damage as a Goron in lava. Neat. Well, we've got more frozen stuff, and no way to deal with that. I guess if we really, really wanted to, we could try to go back out to the hot springs. But let's not. And instead, let's carry on our merry way this other direction. There were more stairs back this way. Fairy just hanging out. Just random cash laying around. Nice. What is this? Map? Compass? Something else? You got the dungeon map. Press start to view it, and all that other stuff. Areas you've been to, and all those things. We've seen a map before. Cool. So now we get kind of the lay of the land. You can see that central pillar is static throughout. And there's not a whole lot on any which direction. It's central pillar and then just a couple rooms. However, if we, have a look around our surroundings, we can see, hey, there's something up there. There's one of those guys that we can't do anything about with our bow, apparently. There's a frozen eye on the wall behind him, so good luck shooting that. And if we put on our fairy mask... Well, hey, there is a fairy in this room. But where are they? Things to figure out later. Now, the reason they give you the map at this point is in case you forgot something important. Which I almost did, honestly. Our next move is to head back towards the entrance, which thankfully we at least have these torches here so we can take the shortcut that I don't think is intended. Seeing if I could cheese cheese that ice on the right. But yeah, there's this room that we forgot about back here that still has things to do. Ground pound is awfully effective, and I always forget how effective it actually is. We've not seen a Goron open a big important chest yet. I do like how he's just kind of at the bottom of the screen, just barely peeking over it. You found the compass, and now many things and stuff that's hidden. You can see chests on the map. Which is a good time to, review our map and just get an idea of, like, okay, there's nothing, no chest down on the bottom floor. There's some rooms we haven't been to on the second floor. First floor, we've supposedly been everywhere, I guess. There's a way over to our left. More treasure boxes. There's a switch we can't do anything about. Alright, cool. And a cracked wall, which, having played any Zelda game before, we know that this can be bombed. I was trying to be fancy there. Bomb that crate up there, which had a fairy in it. There's still another fairy in here, though, so we'll have to come back. Fairy up here, too, it looks like. But where? But why is there a chest through the wall? There is this mysterious-looking ledge here. And a fake wall. Again, This is very much the dungeon of don't trust your eyes, use your lens of truth because you just got it in this area. And then they kind of lay off that for a lot of the game. So we're too short to grab the ledges. There's no way to melt all of this ice in this room. At the very least, we grabbed a fairy. And we need a key. Anything? Nope. There isn't. And we can't cheese our way up, so I guess we go back down. Now you can see that there's a treasure chest in this room. It'll be on the other side of this ice, which we can't break the ice yet. Perfect. Exactly as planned. Alright. I've tried. We don't seem to be able to throw bombs across that, so we can't deal with that one enemy where the chest seems to be. Let's take another look at that map. Because, boy howdy, it sure has been a long time since I've actually done this for real, legit, actually doing things. So it's just in a couple of these rooms. Might have just... Did I goof? I didn't goof. So we can grab, but we can't climb that. That leads back to the entrance, which had just our compass, or, yeah. Had our compass and a room that we didn't seem to be able to do anything in. Oh, I'm remembering what is going on here. It's the, hey, look at your surroundings. It has been a long time since I've done this dungeon for real. There's some neat tricks that you can do to get through a bunch of this dungeon, and sure helps in a randomizer if you know, pull the fire arrows before you even get here. So you don't even have to do, like, all of the dungeon stuff. Spoilers, there's fire arrows. So way back in last episode, we opened the way forward by breaking ice above. God, how are you supposed to figure this one out? Like, Aside from just looking up, eventually. I guess your other hint is, hey, here's a bunch of arrows. And there's our small key to carry on. That one's interesting. Tattle, did you... Tattle was looking at something there, I thought. So, we know that there is a fairy in here. We look around. We don't see anything. There's no chests in this room. Time is going real dang fast. But if we look around with our mind's eye, then we can get that. And of course, come on down. Tattle had something to say about this switch, and I totally did not pay attention. Oh, that classic Zelda time noise. That's surprisingly tight timing every time. Well, hey. Alright, well, there's a torch there. There's a ramp here. I guess we just do this. There's another one of those mysterious, this looks suspicious things. Now, there is a torch here, but unfortunately, there's not really anything that we could do with it. So before we take any more tricky jumps, let's have a quick look in this direction. And, hey, we're back in this room. Still can't do anything about that eye. How do we get up there? Where now we can see the chest. And we know there's a fairy in this room. I'm not going to do this yet, but that's the trick. There's just this invisible path that we need to jump up. And it's kind of a lot. But, hey, we have another jump over here that we can do instead. Now, of course, if you look at your mini-map, you'll realize Wizrobe is an absolute chump.
It's Wizrobe. You'll get your chance right before, right when it starts to attack. Be on the lookout for it, or check your map.
So, yeah, he appears on the map as he is coming up, so he's not much of a threat. Oh no! Trickery! Which one's the real one? Still shows up on the map. Also, if you have decent headphones, the stereo in this game is good enough that you can just hear which one's the real one. So, yeah, Wizrobe is a chump. It would be a shame if we had to fight him, you know, multiple times in this game and in this dungeon at all. That'd be a real shame. Just a tragedy. You got the fire arrow. Set it to C to power up your arrows. Things will heat up when they hit. And now for the part that makes me a little bit sad because, again, randomizer has nice quality of life things. You can pull out your bow and hit R to switch your arrow type in the randomizer. That's not a thing in this one. But, well, hey, now we can open up all this stuff that wasn't open before. And we know of some chests and some other things that required... Man, the frames are chugging. We know of some chests and some other things that did require melting some ice to deal with them. But why go back when we can go forward at least a little bit? Just a little forward as a treat. Oh, also, to note, we could see on that floor there was a chest in the corner. So, if only we could go straight across and do something about those snowballs. But we can roll down here, and oh no, we need a key. So, at that point, it's the, hey, turn back. So again, like I just said, we know of a few places where we might find some chests that might have some keys, etc., etc. I don't know why I'm doing that when... Oh, actually, I do need to roll back over there. I always forget which way this ladder actually is. Rude. Alright, so we can shoot this now that we have fire arrows. That looks way scarier than it actually is. All you have to do is just press forward. Don't jump or anything. Don't roll forward. So we'll make use of that here in a moment, but heck, we'll just show it off. there you go. That's what that does. I wasn't trying to hit him, but now we know that our fire arrows are super effective against ice. Surprise, surprise. And according to our map, there is a chest right next to us. An important thing to remember about Zelda games is that, you know, clearing every enemy in a room can result in stuff happening. So, well, hey, there's our key, but there's still more that we can do. For instance, there's another frozen door. Let's just get these guys out of the way because they're a nuisance. And also, sure are a couple of unlit torches around here. Almost managed to fall there. So there's that frozen flower down below. We went into that room and we already saw what's going on down here. So yeah, there's the frozen flower. If we get our camera position over here, we can see there's another flower, so that just seems to be a way back up. Let's just double check that there are in fact no fairies still in this room. Great. Got another one of these big boy switches. And now we've gone and made a very large tower. So all of a sudden, we can't just walk across that center space. That's something to keep in mind for reasons. We still can't really do anything in here, at least from this end. So we need to come in from a different direction, and have we determined which direction that is yet? Alright, here we go. One pushy block. One switch. Now, it sure would be great if we could get that chest. But, well, hey, we have a push block now, and it's Chips Challenge Ice Puzzle fun times. So we've got pushing it, we go in a straight line. This looks like a jump we can make. That looks like an icicle trying to land on our heads. And that's the last fairy in this room. Great. There we go. Get rid of the wolf. And all of a sudden we have a bit of a conundrum here of, wait, hold on. We need to push our ice block, but it needs to go back over there. Oh no, what do we do? And the trick with most of these sorts of puzzles is start drawing a line back from where you want to go until it eventually gets back to where your block is. And then there you go. Okay, so we have been here before. Got ourselves some curse pots. Also got ourselves a nice treasure chest and just a fairy. But we do have our key, so we can keep going forward. But we also have that pillar in the middle of the tower that is making our movement different. I don't want to solve this room again. That one's always a nice little, like, showing off, here's what the fire arrow gets you. And all of a sudden, we have this big central pillar. It's a little in the way. Now, unfortunately, we can't do anything about it, but we can punch it. Which I don't remember if we, want to do that right now. But I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so I want to go through that blue door. Nice jump. So before that, this is a nice little elevator. And we saw some arrows drop over here. We might as well grab those because, boy howdy, we are constantly using those throughout this entire dungeon. Okay, so this was where, on the other side, there were those snowballs. It'd be great if we could get over there. But we need to be down one layer, which, thankfully, this is the down ramp. Hey, look at that. And now, we could go straight across with those snowballs. I'm also curious what's over here, though. That's a mysterious and awfully suspicious an awfully suspicious chunk of wall. There's definitely a fairy in here. So let's go see what we can see. And because we were using our lens of truth, we can't use another magic source. We need to use regular old arrows. Don't mind me trying not to use my sword because I don't want to deal with things breaking.
Gotta keep that edge.
Oh no, it's these guys. And there's definitely a fairy in here, so let's defend ourselves. Oh, that worked.
And each one had a fairy. Oh, dang.
Alright, well, that's a problem. If this pillar was taller, we sure would be able to just walk across here, wouldn't we? Well, barring that, let's through the snowballs. Ourselves a ramp, and we're going to need a pretty big key for that. But well, hey, there's this nice Deku flower here, so we don't actually have to worry about some things. We can just, what if we just have ourselves a nice little float over here? Oh no, who could have possibly seen this coming? Welcome to Chump Round 2. What if we set him on fire edition? Well, me not paying attention to my map? Well, at the very least we can restock on arrows. Apparently no magic over there. You got the boss key. Enter the boss's room now. Cool, so we could finish the dungeon. However, we are missing one fairy. Now, if we check our map, this does help tremendously. We can see over in that corner, specifically the northwest corner, which is that one way over there. There was mysterious stuff. We've got Tattle kind of pointing out, hey, there's something here. Let's see if we can just get an angle on it and jump. Well, hey. And now we have to get all the way back up there, and that's kind of a pain. Unless... what if we just void out and go back to the last door we came out of? So now we have all our fairies. We have our boss key. We are ready to go fight the boss. Wait. Great. So there is a really fun trick that you can do, by the way, with the snowballs and just not ever having to activate pillar to begin with. This is only if, like, dungeon... Like, if keys have worked out and all that stuff, but, like, if you are somehow up there, you can, like, shoot the first snowball from a higher ledge and then jump down to hit it. And then just, like, go through there. Now, I'm gonna try a thing. This is something I've been trying to learn. And if I do get it, I'm not gonna do... Wow, the... Oof, them frames. If I do get it, I'm not going to, like, completely clear the boss that way, because I do want to show some of the intended way to do this fight. However, I do want to try this trick just because I've been trying to learn it anyway, so let's go over here. There's a square. This isn't it. Alright, that's enough. So there's a little square, and then you, like, shoot pretty close to the wall and hit Goat with arrows, and then you do some jumps to avoid the lightning, and then you shoot more arrows, and that's how it goes. It's just like, shoot some stuff, jump sometimes to dodge the lightning, shoot some more, and that gives you a nice, really fast kill on Goat. Which, boy howdy, I'd love to actually learn how to do that. Instead, we have this super shake the camera form of the fight, which is the intended strat. And, like, I really like the idea of this boss. I do think it goes on for, like, way too long. Like, he needs at least half as much health. Like, this fight can just go on and on and on and on. He's got this lightning that pops you out. Like, so much of what he does just pops you out of being Spiky Goron, and then you have to roll awkwardly, and then, like, every time you hit one of the... Anytime you hit one of the little jump ramps, or if you hit just one of the stalactites, there we go, with a C. Jeez, and, like, if you hit, like, this up ramp, or, like, either of the two, you know, it's a loop, and one has a ramp downward, like, one side has a ramp downward, the other side has a ramp upward, and it's like, whichever one you might hit, oh, those frames are chunky. Well, hey, that was actually reasonably decent. But yeah, like, if you're not up to spike speed yet, then, like, going and hitting either the up or downward ramp will just kill your boost meter. So, hey, get ourselves a heart container, and also... You've seized Goat's remains. You have just freed the innocent spirit that this dark mask had kept imprisoned within the body of evil Goat.
Well, what exactly are all of you?
Guardians.
guardians? So you're protective gods. That's why you're in the temples. But why are the protective gods? No, wait, are you listening to me? Hey, wait!
It's a bit more effective when it's light out. But hey, winter's over. Hello, frog. So, well, hey, good news, winter's over, and boy howdy, there sure is a chest on the map, and there's a chest in that waterfall for sure. So, well, hey, you know what, let's not roll our way back up there. Let's just warp up there. And we are going to call it pretty quick here, but before we go, let's go ahead and do our fairy turn-in, and remember that we did our fairy turn-in so we don't come back to the Great Fairy again. I don't remember what this Great Fairy does, so we'll find out. Okay, look, it's the real large lad. Let's have a chat.
Oh, Damani! Oh, what in the world have I been doing this whole time? I can't remember a thing since I went out to look around Snowhead to figure out why spring wasn't coming. What am I doing sitting in a place like this?
We're going to give this one shot and one shot only. Made it. So we didn't find the fairy fountain beforehand, but here it is. We have all of our fairies.
O wise young one, I am the great fairy of wisdom. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I shall enhance your magic power.
That's so helpful. That initial magic bar is so small. Your magic power has been enhanced. You now have twice as much magic power. A reasonable amount now.
Come see me whenever you are overcome by weariness.
Alright, there we go. Snowhead Temple is done. Now, we're gonna call this an episode, and unfortunately we've only got 3 hours before day 3 kicks in. Do I want to keep going? I don't want to keep going. I want to call it. Like, I'd really love to get that episode, the episode swap at the day switchover title. But also, this has gone on long enough. So, let's save here this owl statue. Next time, hey, it's time for spring in the mountain. Let's have a look around and see what we can find. And maybe partake in some fun and games. Well, hey. I remember struggling with Snowhead so much as a kid. And like, I think a lot of it comes down to just like, as you're going through all of these different rooms, like when you do get the map at that point, it's just like, wait, where haven't I been? And like, that's the purpose of giving you the map at that point, is to say, hey, you have a key, you can now go back and go left at the entrance instead of right. And then you have just like getting the compass to show you, hey, here's where things are. There's definitely a chest in this room. But I do feel like I've always struggled remembering to look up in the icicle room. And I think like the reason that they have the falling icicles there is to like try to guide your eye upwards, but it just, I don't know, it never seems as effective as they had hoped, perhaps. But well, hey, Snowhead, it's done. It went better than I had hoped. Actually, it went about as well as I could have hoped. Again, haven't actually for real cleared it in quite some time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce, this has been VHS Play. Have yourself a lovely evening.